All right. Um, Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, you're gonna probably hear my computer making noises. I've been trying to work with this microphone here, and it's just not cooperating with me right now. So I'll have to look into how that's going. Um, yeah. So you might be wondering what's going on here. This is gonna be just a little bit of a casual chill out video. Where I'm going to I want to kind of do a few things. Um, so like one thing is I want to start a new series on my channel. So I know I have all the gaming videos I've been doing of Mario Flash Hard. I hope you're enjoying that series. It's been super fun to put together and add special effects and editing afterwards, and it's fun to play them. And it was fun discovering the Mario Flash 3. That was really fun. I hope you enjoyed that from would have been yesterday at the time. I'm hoping to release this video July 1st, so hopefully you're watching it in the morning, and then I'm gonna do I think a subspace emissary live stream tomorrow for me, but that'll be at 1 o'clock, and then I believe that'll be when I'll do the Mario Flash videos. So there's gonna be a couple of videos coming out throughout today. But yeah, so speaking of that, so streaming, I'm doing a lot with that with the games and stuff, and playing various Mario games and Animal Crossing and all kinds, and Zelda and stuff. But I wanted to have something that kind of on the channel that kind of reflects the more musical side. And so I was thinking about some things I could do, and one idea I came up with was kind of throughout July to keep a listening journal. I did this in the past before, just for my own personal time, where I basically listened to classical music and contemporary music and tried to like write down my thoughts. And so I thought it would be fun to kind of do some of that as a YouTube series, where I'm not going to be able to do it every day. I have a lot going on right now, and as well as like the other series I'm doing on here, and then all my composing, which we're going to get to, and practicing, which we'll get to. I have a whole lot of other stuff I'm doing, so I can't focus 100% on this channel, and especially not in the fall. But I am hoping to do a little bit with this channel. Like, as you can kind of see, I've been doing a lot of videos and live streams and stuff recently. So that's kind of the plan, is to start a new series. I was gonna do it like, I was gonna do times where I'm gonna do like every week I'm gonna upload a video. We'll see if I do that or not. I'm gonna kind of keep it more ambiguous. At least for now, for the start. Maybe in a week or so, maybe we can do more. But yeah, the plan is gonna be, I'm gonna kind of just share some of my favorite moments and pieces of music. Maybe I could do some updates on my music and stuff. It's gonna be called like Let's Listen, which I guess is kind of like a successor to like the Let's Practice that I had done in like 2018. I think I did that just that year. So that's kind of what my plan is right now. So this is like kind of the first episode of it. The only reason why it's going to be more casual and I'm not going to spend a lot of time editing and stuff is just because I don't have all the time in the world. With the Mario stuff, it's easy for me to kind of edit stuff and then kind of engrave while those are uploading, work on my music stuff. And then that's gonna be fine for any game series I do. But like for things like this, I think it might be easier to just kind of have a little bit more of a casual chat. So yeah, so for today, I wanted to share two pieces that I basically are fresh off the table. I just finished them like over the weekend, to start things off. And what you're seeing on the screen, I'm gonna move things around with OBS and stuff. But I have like the score up on the left side, which in the future I can look into doing more fancy. Like I've made like plenty of score videos. I'm sure you've seen. Like on my second channel and also on this channel. So those are options I can do. I have the ability to. I think that I will probably stick with kind of just showing a blank screen and just kind of we'll listen to the piece. I'll have the file open, and then what I'm going to do is, it's going to be kind of in bad quality, but I'm going to play it over my MacBook speakers for now. I don't know. I need to. If I can get this more professional later on, I will. For now, it's just going to be very, very chill, very casual. So, apologies for that. It's kind of like this is a successor to a podcast I used to do called Symphonic Score, which I did from like 2012 to 2015. And I haven't done any thing like this since, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a little bit. And I have my violin in case I want to play a few examples. So the plan is, you can see the piece here. It's called A Day to Play for 2 violins that I wrote for Two Set Violin, which is one of my favorite music YouTubers. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and hear the clip. Hear the piece in its entirety. I'm gonna go ahead and play. These are 2 very quick pieces, just 2.5 minutes long, both of them. They're both gonna be fairly similar in terms of style and stuff. So anyways, yeah. So this is the first one, A Day to Play. Okay, so you should have been able to hear it now. Oh, sorry, I'm moving around here. Hope it's still working. But you can see I didn't want to. I could have showed the score and stuff, but again, that's kind of tricky. But you can see I can kind of scroll through. Hopefully, you're kind of seeing this is the full score. I didn't really plan anything in particular to talk about. But yeah, I just thought we'd kind of go through some of my process of writing this. Oh, I should have brought down my composition notebooks with my sketches and stuff. That's okay. My screen is kind of small in here. But yeah, I don't really know what much to say. So the idea is that it's all 8th note equals 8th note the whole time. So it lets me kind of basically just chop off an extra 8th note in each bar. So this 7/8 is basically like a 4/4 bar with an extra 8th note missing. So and you might have been able to kind of hear some of the motifs in this. That's kind of more the intro, but mainly I think, right? Or maybe it's more at the beginning. And then you can kind of see how that evolves at 10. I'll play the second part. I have not warmed up on violin. I have not played violin in a bit. Yeah, so you can kind of see how that goes. And then you can also see we have this secondary motif. I like to kind of introduce kind of 2 motifs, I guess, sometimes, which is 16th notes. And they you can kind of see how they get developed and kind of go on offbeat and stuff. Yeah, and I hope you kind of heard some of that. And then you can kind of hear how the other idea comes back, even that thing, and then the whole syncopated thing. This waltz thing is kind of just my kind of rebellion, I guess, build up, leading up into what you think could be a big climax, but then I kind of tone it down to the pianissimo here, and this is like an augmented chord, right? B. I can't, but and it's kind of like built in sort of like a I want to say kind of a little bit octatonic kind of way. It's kind of just meant to be slow and kind of just like, oh, it's just kind of calm and just like peace. I could have used coldly, I think, as another description. And then things kind of ramp up, leading back to tempo 1, which is basically a repeat of the beginning bars, right? And this is so some of the problems, some of this piece, the reason that these were written pretty quickly, so some of the music doesn't necessarily relate to the motifs. Like, that's the thing I've been kind of focusing a lot on with my music. But you can kind of see at the end, the ending here at like what bar is that, 62, really reminds me of the ending of Ravel's String Quartet. Where it's like I can't think of the names. Kind of like that kind of like, well, that's more the ending of it, I guess. But that you know if you listen to the piece, that there's a section that builds up into like right at the end. Maybe I can put a clip in or something. Yeah, and then it kind of just builds up. This is, I think, like a retrograde version of kind of some stuff from the opening, and it kind of just ends in this kind of bombastic kind of way. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't have a ton to say. I'm not very good at speaking about my own music, so I hope that by doing this series and sometimes talking about my own music, that will help. But I also hope that it'll also help to talk about other people's music, contemporary and like just throughout classical history and stuff. Hopefully you'll get maybe a little something out of it potentially, and hopefully for me it'll just help with my just my speaking about music and just kind of make it in an enjoyable format, I think, in terms of my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's move on to the reed quintet, which I can demonstrate stuff on here, but this is for a competition that one of my friends sent me about. It's called Coin Flip. This is the one that I've been engraving for a long time. So it's I've been engraving it quite a lot recently, watching a whole lot of random Mario videos in the background. And maybe you'll get to see some similarities with the two-set piece, the A Day to Play. Yeah, why don't I listen to it, or why don't I play it rather? Okay, so yeah, hopefully that was enjoyable. And maybe you could hear some of the similarities as well with the other piece. It's kind of like, again, playful. It's kind of what thing I was going for. So coin flip. The story behind this title is I was I'm terrible at titles. Like when I name these Mario Flash episodes, like I'm so terrible at doing it. But for this one, I thought about like quarantine and all the gaming stuff I've been doing with like making Mario games, like even that Mario game soundtrack. I did get some inspiration from that in this a little bit. And I just kind of kept thinking, and then suddenly I thought about like pinball machines because I was reading a book about the history of video games at the beginning of this year, and you think you have like flippers, that you use to like move the balls up in pinball. Did I say pinball? Pinball machines. And you enter, like, you put in coins right in the pinball machines to get them to operate. And so that was kind of the first idea. But then obviously you could think of like a coin flipping. I put this in the program notes. I don't have I don't have it all put together yet. That's what I'm going to do after I record this, while this is uploading probably. But yeah, so it's mischievous. Again, I use the same 8th equals 8th. I don't know why I've opted to do that. I don't think I've done that for a ton of my pieces where I've said to do that, but I guess I have for this. Like I'm thinking of like Muse of Fire. That didn't happen in that one. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, see the motif here, the bassoon. Yeah, it's all. Obviously, it's a different. I'm just not good at transposition. I put this as a transpose score. So there's these. You can kind of see this kind of like opening interval here, I think. Well, it's more what's in the bassoon, where it's a second and then it goes up to a fourth, and that's kind of the interval. So like G A D. That's kind of the little motif. You can see it repeats that 7. Well, yeah. And it kind of starts to sequence to its own melody, right? This kind of figure here, these I guess G sharps in the bass clarinet, which should be F sharps, concert F sharps, that kind of builds into its own thing. So some of the motifs later on that I kind of added in later, I went back to the beginning of the piece, like I guess since you've heard it, like I guess these F sharps are sort of like an extension of that a little bit. And then really when you come towards the climax here, or I guess not the climax, but like this like middle section where it's like all of these repeating G's and stuff. So this was originally going to be where the instrumentalists basically just click their keys, like key clicking. But I was kind of told about how difficult that can be because there's an action when you click the key. So it's kind of like a piano, right? You put the key down and you put it up. That's like 2 actions. So like when you on a reed instrument, you put the key down and back up, right? Those are like 2 instruments, or two actions. And so I was watching some videos about how that can be difficult to do quickly, and I realized I kind of wanted this rhythm here because that's the rhythm at the very end of the piece, right? I mean, it's a little bit, it's actually slightly different, but this idea of like 2 8th notes, that kind of come from these 2 8th notes a little bit, I guess you could say. It might be a bit of a stretch, but still kind of there. That's kind of what is used in this section here. So I decided to let them do staccato and blowing, and then I used slap tongue, which kind of is for me the woodwind equivalent of pizzicato, I guess you could say, to kind of help add emphasis to that. And like in the saxophone doing slap tongue kind of leads everything. So I thought that was kind of a cool way to integrate that, and then we have a little bit of legato stuff. But it's a lot of staccato material. It's kind of like with the 2-step piece. It's a lot more kind of like quick staccato notes, short notes and stuff. And then there's these glisses as well that are pretty fun. So that's kind of how the piece is mainly structured. It kind of has this opening. There's a little bit of a meandering bit. So 19, you can kind of tell that this is building up into 19. This is very much like a gestural thing. I don't think you're seeing my mouse. I'm trying to highlight stuff so you can see. If you look at the oboe part, like the triplets, like in bar 18, that was highlighted. That's all kind of gestural leading into bar 19, which is kind of, you can kind of hear how it's kind of lilting and kind of playful. And I was kind of even picturing kind of like end pinball, like things bouncing off the walls and stuff like that. Like if you were to conduct this, which you wouldn't, you know, 1, 2, 3, yada yum, bada yum, bada yada da da. You know, you would have some sort of different motions, but you would have a very kind of bouncy kind of feel, kind of like a dance, I guess. And so that's kind of what I was thinking about when with the title a little bit. And then, is there anything else I want to say? You can see that motif again, E flat, F, and B flat. That motif just kind of, and then just the fourth, just, you know, everyone does fourth. Everyone likes the fourths. I feel like I just kind of did a lot with that. You know, the parallel force kind of rising to add the effects. This is very Stravinsky. I feel like this trill here, but just and I realize I think I need to move these trills over, so I should make a mental note of that. I'm still editing the score to submit for the competition. Yeah, and I'm just kind of quickly going through the rest of it. I think it's the section between like 37 and 46. That's kind of the meandering bit. I actually had to re-add some dynamics in, so that's kind of why things aren't quite right there. But yeah, I don't want to drag this on too much longer. I don't want to just talk about my stuff. But yeah, I thought, well, this is somewhat interesting. This, I think, was this bar, real quick, 59, was very inspired by like the Final Fantasy X piano concerto. That's from the Final Symphony. Like, I love that piece a lot. Like, it's one of my, honestly, like, before I discovered it before Final Fantasy X. I think that's what got me to watch a Let's Play walkthrough of Final Fantasy X, which is like one of my favorite. Like, I haven't played any Final Fantasy games, but it's one of my favorites in terms of like watching the story and hearing the music. Like, I'm not a huge RPG fan, as you might know. Anyways, that got into a tangent. Yeah, so I just think this is a cool idea for a series. You can let me know if you have any suggestions for it. Like, this first one is definitely just meant to be more just kind of casual and just chill. I didn't even play any examples. I was gonna like I just played on my violin, didn't I? But so that was probably for the best, because you could kind of hear it anyways in the video, in the files and stuff. So yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions for anything here. I hope this was somewhat enjoyable to listen to or to watch. Just something to have on the background, maybe. Just listen to some fun music. I hope you like my little Mario with the let me show you one more thing. Because I can just add stuff here. Let's see, which one was it? Okay, I'm gonna add a new image. I just found this like product, I guess you can buy. I guess you can't buy it now, of like Mario characters. Yeah, this picture. You see these like Mario characters, like Mario's a violin, or maybe look, that's a violin probably. Luigi has like a saxophone. Builder Mario has, I don't know what that's meant to be, a bassoon maybe? Yoshi has like a guitar, a bass, and Toad has some maracas or something, so I'm not sure. What is Builder Mario holding? I cannot see it. I don't know. If you have ideas, let me know. Just that's good old Mario Maker Mario. So I just thought that was kind of cool. Okay, how do I safely delete that? Yes. Okay. We're back. Man, then I'm a little Animal Crossing. That's actually an old picture of my concert hall from Animal Crossing. I'm hoping to do, real quick, for plans for the channel, I am hoping to do an Animal Crossing stream Friday, if I can. It depends on some other plans, because that's the new diving update that they're going to release. That'll be fun. Again, later today, as you're watching this, I'll be doing a Super Smash Bros. Subspace Emissary, because we're getting to some of the good cutscenes, I think, and the good story and stuff. And that's been a lot of fun to kind of just play through that. Yeah, and then every day this week I have new episodes of Mario Flash Hard. I have, at the time of recording, completed the whole main quest of that. I did that yesterday. I just spent like 3 hours recording. It was crazy. So that'll be up and running. I'm probably going to take a little bit of a gap before I start like the special worlds and stuff. I do want to kind of look into like some stuff with that Mario Flash 3 in terms of the games. Let me know if you have an opinion about which game style I should continue that with. And yeah, so Bill Mario. I just have him like, he's just kind of like here now. I don't know why, I just kind of got him out. He just kind of lives next to me while I'm recording or streaming and stuff now. Okay, anyways, yeah, so yeah, let me know any comments about this, any comments about anything else, or maybe no comments, and I'll just, that's fine too. I will come up with some more of a format for like future episodes. I just wanted to kind of kick things off in some way. I was going to be way more strict about this, but now I don't want to, like, I don't know. we'll see. We'll see how strict I end up being with myself about that. I hope you could see. Yeah, you should be able to see all that. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah. All right. I will stop rambling now. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, have a good rest of your day. And stay tuned on the channel for more fun stuff. All right. Bye.